Hi, my friends on Instagram. Hey, you guys. I'm so excited to be back. Y'all, I'm just FYI, I'm about to cuss, okay? Holy shitballs. Holy shitballs. I'm cussing. I'm sorry, but holy freaking crap. You guys, I just got back from LA. It was amazing. I went to LA for the podcast and we were able to record so many episodes. We got to meet with guests and we had our super amazing live show, our first ever Dating Detectives live show. It was amazing. Everybody came and it was like a packed house. All the tickets were sold out. It was amazing. And I got to see everybody and holy crap, it was a phenomenal weekend in LA. Hey, you guys. Oh, the episode, Barbara. It's so good. The baby has an inner ear infection, and so that's why he's walking around kind of weird. So the doctor, they kept him overnight, and he was they kept him overnight and said that they drew a bunch of blood and stuff, and so that's they said it was just an ear infection. So they got him on antibiotics and we'll go pick him up later on. So I hated leaving him there last night at the vet's office because I didn't want him to be alone and scared. I just wanted him to be home. But I'm glad that we did because the vet was able to help him. So, and we live in a small town where this is kind of a little bit of a farm town. So there's a lot of vets out here. And so this guy, I took another dog, my mom's dog, when I was house sitting my mom's dog years ago, and he really took care of my mom's dog. So anyways, he's really fine. He has an inner ear infection, but other than that, he's gonna be okay as far as we know. Just give him some antibiotics. But he is 14, so even the vet said he's on the high end of senior citizen, which he really is. He's an old dog. So hold on. Sorry. Anyway, so he is a really old dog, but it's okay. He's going to be fine, and we'll go pick him up later. So thank you guys so much for, all of your kind words and all of your thoughts. I know a lot of you that have experience with animals or are vets or in that field gave us a lot of encouraging words because you're everybody said it sounds like an ear infection, and so we were really glad to hear that that's kind of all it was. This is not my primer. Well, you can use, actually, yeah, you can use it as a primer. This is the Elastin SPF. I cannot stress enough the SPF. I'm going to be 40 this year. And for 38 years, I just went out in the sun and was sun me Jesus, give me some tan. And, then my skin went to crap. I've been really working hard to repair the damage, which, all you can do is your best. But SPF under your makeup is really good. And yes, you can use that as a primer. One thing that I've been doing as a primer, I've been using the e.l.f. Power Grip, which I just came back from LA. Everything's still packed. Hold on. I had literally everything packed in LA. I always overpack. It's fine. Gonna pretend I'm FaceTiming a friend and do my makeup with you. That's what I tell everybody. I'm come do some makeup with me. We'll just pretend we're FaceTiming and we'll do makeup together. It's always so much more fun that way when you do it with a friend. But the primer that I've been using and loving is this e.l.f. Power Grip. I did not start using this until recently, but it really, really does work well. And then I set with this stuff. So this is, you just it's just a little bit, but it's kind of tapping on not a glue, but a little bit of a, not a cream. It's it's like a hair gel. It feels like hair gel. And just tap that on. It's a really affordable option. I think it's I've heard it's the same as the Hydro Grip, the Milk Hydro Grip, whatever. I haven't tried that one, but I do want to try it and, just see if they compare. So, oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. So we had our, for the podcast, we had our first live show. It was in LA. But just so you guys know, we will be going to other cities. We recorded in the actual, my dog farted. Oh my God. Ugh. In the actual Spotify studios. We are managed by Spotify. And so they gave us we get free, good Lord. We get free studio recording, like in New York and LA. So we were in LA. We did a bunch of recordings. We did a live show there because our talent manager was able to get us a venue there. And so we just crammed it all into one. But going forward, we will be doing live shows. We're hoping to tour and hit a bunch of cities. And it was amazing. I've never been on a stage before, and I would totally do it again. Like, it was awesome. Anyway, so I have to do my makeup real quick. Got to go get my son from school. This is the makeup that I sell. It's from Saint. This is a cream makeup. I have a ton of different shades in here just because I sell it. You don't have to have this many. But basically, it is just a one compact makeup system where you can apply all of your makeup in one place. I kind of want to show that you can like kind of do your makeup all willy-nilly. It does not have to be perfect, you guys. So I just kind of tap into my main shades and kind of tap it onto my face. A lot of people really think this makeup is like difficult, or they're like, I don't know. Literally anybody can do this makeup. You just have to like, just trust me. I hate saying that, but I'm so obsessed with the podcast. I came back from OCS with 8 weeks to catch up, and I'm caught up already. Binge listening is so addicting. No waiting for part 2. Thank you for coming to the live show, Christy. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I really enjoyed being there and just connecting with everyone. It was a dream. Like, it was really cool. And it's like, we appreciate the support so much because it's the listeners who make it, right? So everybody who just like was in the LA area, some people drove for a couple hours to see us and hug our necks. And it was we had some past guests that were there, and we got to, connect with them. And it was just amazing. Just such a great time. So we're really grateful for everyone who came. And if we have another one, you guys have to come. The setting spray is the Professional Super Setter. I like this. I guess it's not really, to me, I feel like a lot of setting sprays kind of do the same job, but this one is really good. And I like how it comes out. Like, I like how it kind of mists really lightly instead of like spray you in the face. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. And it was really cool. It was just like, for me, it felt like just being in like a living room with your buddies, like chilling out. Like, it was the coolest thing ever. And the listeners are so cool, and everybody that came was just so cool. And like, things broke, and like the sign, we had like this dogfish meter, like I broke it with my butt, like it's fine. But it was just, we just had fun with it, and we didn't take ourselves too seriously, and it was just so much fun. Okay, so this is my main shade that I'm putting on. Now I'm just going to come in with like a contour shade, which you can really use any brush, but one reason I like the, try the cream makeup. You'll really love it. The one reason I like the detail brush is because you can kind of use the edges of it to kind of pick up your makeup and apply your makeup. And once you find out like where it goes or where you want it, it's pretty easy. But I just want to kind of show you, this is kind of like a slap it on situation. By the way, if you want to get color match, just comment match, and I'll make sure that you get my color match form. So comment match, and I'll send you whatever you need. But this is just kind of slap it on. It doesn't have to be perfect, because this is a cream. It's different. It's not going to like stain your face like a liquid or a powder will. So you can move it around wherever you need it. But it's the finish that you'll get. Oh, I can help you with that. You just text me, Archie. I can help. Text me on this number here. I can help with that. So basically, this is like, it's one of those things where once you learn where everything goes and kind of the concept of like the push and pull of the light and the dark, then it's so easy. It's good with any skin type. So if you have dry skin, this will actually help to provide like hydration, because this doesn't have alcohol in it, so it doesn't like dry up on your skin. Yeah, it does not feel like caked up makeup at all. Thank you, Melissa. It's not. It's so pretty. It's so light. You can build it up if you want, but it's just really like, I don't know. You just kind of just slap it on like this. Like, literally, I'm telling you, it's not, you just slap it on. I promise. All of these brushes are dual-ended, so you can just kind of like tap into your shades on, and you have like 2 different brushes, but tap into your shades in your palette and then just slap them on your face. It is literally the easiest makeup once you decide that like, okay, Mackenzie's not talking shit, like she knows what she's talking about, I'm gonna trust her. And then you can just like, kind of go from there. You just gotta trust me. I hate saying that because, like, famous last words, right? Just trust me. Just Just freaking buy the makeup and trust yourself. Anyway, so once you put on your main shade, so like I did my main shade underneath, a little bit of contour, a little bit of brightening highlight, and a lot of people say, well, I don't need contour. Sure, no, you don't even need makeup, girl. Try the contour, because I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. Sonia, I use linen. I really like linen a lot. I think it's a nice bright color, and I like it super bright, so you can switch it up too. Like in the summertime, you might use a lighter shade. In the wintertime, you might use a little bit of a darker shade. Like it's really, really up to you. But you can, when I color match you, I'll match you to like a main shade, a brightening highlight, a contour, a bronzer, a lip and cheek. And then you can kind of decide what you want to add in your palette. So does Vanilla Dust help with the shine all over? Yes, but you shouldn't need it. So if your face is looking shiny with this makeup, then you could be using too much or the wrong shade. Also, if you have super oily skin and you're using this makeup, for the first couple of days, you might see a little bit of a shine, but it really shouldn't be that much. So usually that's just too much makeup. It shouldn't be shiny at all. It's not like it should be not matte, but it should give you a nice glow. It shouldn't be really shiny. So if it is, text me and I'll see if I can help you troubleshoot and find out exactly what's going on. I don't know how to contour. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for you. I can teach you how to do all of that. Contour isn't a matter of skill. It's a matter of just learning where. So if you learn where your contour goes, then you can just like, when you look at your face, right? It's just a matter of looking at your face, finding where those shadows are and just enhancing them and just putting, and then you can add like where you want the contour to be, but not knowing how to contour, like it's hard because you look at the videos. Yeah, it really is makeup for dummies. And you're like, oh, that looks so confusing. But literally you just tap it to it like this, and then you just tap it to it like this, and you're contoured. Done. Like, it's just so easy. And this makeup is cool because it melts into your skin. You don't have to like drag it to a place where it goes. Like, you just kind of tap it in. And once you apply all the shades, I'm telling you, like, you're just like, oh, I didn't even know what I was doing, and that looks really good. And a lot of times, a lot of my customers are like, is this right? And I can tell because I have a trained eye. I'm like, oh, it looks like you put your foundation where your concealer goes, but like everyone else is like, yeah, that looks really great because the finish. And it looks like you're wearing like a full face of makeup, but you hardly have any on. And I think that's why a lot of people are like, oh, I just don't want to wear a lot of makeup. You're not wearing a lot of makeup. It looks like you went and got your makeup done, but like you just don't wear that much. So this is my main shade, my contour, and my highlight, like my brightening highlight. So get a free color match. Just comment match and I'll send you the link. Now I'm going to add a bronzer. So a bronzer where contour is like cool, gray, ashy, kind of mimics that shadow. We're kind of mimicking that. I still don't have the courage to contour. Well, when you get the courage to slap that contour on your face, you'll be like, heavens to Betsy! I have to do this every day. And you'll be like, oh, I get it now. And so it's just a matter of like being willing to play with your makeup, explore a little bit, and trusting me. Y'all, I can't have y'all running around all willy-nilly looking crazy because it's bad for business. So I'm not going to lead you wrong. I'm not going to steer you in the wrong direction. I'm going to make sure you know what you're doing, because if you're out there looking crazy, then it makes me look crazy. Can you talk about covering dark under eyes? Yeah, of course. So many of us, I'm not really a great representative of this, but many of us have dark under eyes. Like, it might be blue, or it might look green, even brown or tan, reddish, whatever. A lot of times what we were taught to do, right, in 8th grade is take a concealer shade and go over the darkness to brighten it, right? But really, the reason that's, I can't say wrong, because I'm not going to ever say that anybody's makeup suggestion is wrong. But one thing you could do differently is take the opposite color with like a color corrector and tap it on that area, and then kind of correct the actual color instead of trying to cover it up with a chalky light color that's just going to make it look chalky underneath, right? So if you have dark under eyes, I can help match you to a color corrector that is appropriate for that exact discoloration to help you cancel it. Same thing with melasma. I have melasma here, pimples, acne scars, a sunspot, age spots, things like that. These are all things that I can help you find a color corrector for. So you don't ever have to worry about that or feel alone, like I got you. So anything when it comes to makeup, you can say, you know what? I bet Mackenzie knows. And if Mackenzie doesn't know, Mackenzie will find out. I'm a private investigator, you guys. If you ask me a question, I'm gonna be like, challenge accepted. So I will help you learn how to contour for your face shape and how to apply your makeup for you and everything. I love the eyeshadow I use, but I want a new foundation, contour, and highlighter. Yeah, so these palettes are customizable. So whenever you say, if you say, like I have customers who don't want to switch their foundation. They're like, I just want eyeshadows, or I don't want eyeshadows, I just want foundation. That's when this customization comes in. So you can just have a small palette with a couple of shades. These palettes are big, and then there's some that are small too. Like they're customized. You only buy what you want. So I can match you to your main shade, your concealer, and your contour, and maybe a blush color. You have a small palette, you have a brush, you're out the door, you're done, and then you use your own eyeshadows. And then when you're ready to customize your own eyeshadows, you just kind of put everything in one palette, pick whatever shade you want, and you're good to go. It's really cool. It's a fun makeup system. So if you're someone who really likes to kind of like, organize things like that, you'll really love this because you can change it, organize it however you want. You can leave stuff out. You can add stuff. How long does makeup last? This will last you. Most people on their main shade, like their main shade that they put all over, if you do your makeup that way, usually 4 to 6 months. So if you're someone who doesn't use it every day, or you don't do it the way where you apply everything all over, you just do the colors where they go, you can probably get a little bit longer out of it, probably 6 to 9 months. These look really small, but a little bit goes a really long way, which is why a lot of people, when you first get your makeup, they apply way too much, just like I did. Then I'm like, this makeup is stupid. And I threw my palette away because I was like, this is stupid. But it was just I was using too much. And you don't realize how little you need. Like, most of my customers are like, oh my gosh, I started using much less and holy crap. Like, you don't realize. So anyways, I just did my foundation, my concealer, my contour, my bronzer. It's all right here. Now I'm going to add a little bit of a blush color, which, let's just go all willy-nilly. Would signing up as a consultant be cheapest? No, because you'll get, like, when you buy the kit, you get a bunch of colors, but they're not going to be your colors. Like, you get different shades that will match other people. So I would recommend just purchasing as a customer, and I can set you up like a VIP link or something. Does the makeup expire? Yes, the makeup has a shelf life. I want to say 24 months, but I always say this, but like I'm the worst person to ask because I have some that's a little bit older than that, and I'm still using it. But also I'm a boy mom, and I eat off the floor because of 5-second rule. So yeah, I'm sure it expires, but it's fine. Like, just use it. But also, like, yes, it's just a 24 month shelf life or something. But again, I eat off the floor, so please don't ask me. But yeah, you can, and also because it's so affordable, like if you go 2 years and you're like getting to the bottom, but it's still not out yet, it's just $16 and then you just get a new shade, Thank you. Okay. So again, just comment match here to get a free color match, and then I'll match you to your main shade, your brightening highlight, a contour, a bronzer, a lippy, a couple lippies, whatever. I'll even match you to some eyeshadows. And then what I like to do is I like to send you over a shopping list that is specific to you and your shade. So it's after I look at your picture, it's based on your exact like shades, and then I send you a shopping list, and then you kind of decide what you want to add to your cart, what you don't want to add to your cart. Some people start with just a few shades and then add more later. So I really like that they've included like the customization, not only for the shades, but for customers to buy only what they want. So you never have to buy a set of anything. You never have to buy, oh, well, if you want that, then you have to buy these 3 shades, no, this is something where you can buy one shade, one brush, or a million or whatever, and I'm here to help you figure out like where everything goes. Like, consider me your makeup wizard, not wizard, your makeup concierge. Like, I'm here for you. You know what I mean? Like, if you need room service in your hotel, you call the front desk, right? Like, I should be your front desk when you need help with your makeup. I want to be your front desk. That sounds silly, right? Anyways, so if you're someone like me who likes the look of wearing makeup, you can add more, you can zhuzh it up, you can go nuts for an event, you can add more, you can add less, you can go more neutral, you can wear only bronzer, only whatever. These are all the same consistency, so whenever you apply these, it's like you can there are women who have very fair skin but have freckles, and instead of like a foundation, I might recommend a bronzer to them for an all over like foundation color. And what they love it because it doesn't make them darker. They look really dark, but these shades are not dark. Like you can the shades are just not, they're not super dark, like they're sheer, right? Because it's cream. So anyways, if you apply bronzer over freckles, it doesn't make them chalky. Like if you try to match your skin tone with foundation but you have freckles, this will make them not look chalky but still give you like a coverage that's not super heavy. It's amazing. Yeah, so there's a 30-day return policy. So if I'm wrong, which is not very often, or I get your shade wrong, or you just don't like it, there's a 30-day money back guarantee, so you can return it, swap out your colors, whatever you want to do. So they really made it easy. So definitely get the color match. And if you want to try the makeup, trust me, try it. And then if you don't like it, you can return it, or I can help you swap out your shade. And there's a lot of times when, look, you send a picture and that's what I have to go on, right? But let's say the lighting wasn't right, or I get the shade wrong, which I'm only human. It doesn't happen often, but that's when you text me, like you'll have my text number and you say, hey, I don't like this shade. And then I usually ask, like, send me a picture with your makeup on, let me see. And then if I see that it's chalky, I can usually tell that it's too light or something. And then I help you figure out like what shade would be better. Why is my hair sticking up? Is it like Mary Kay? Is it like Mary Kay? Like it's a direct sales company like Mary Kay, but the makeup is not like Mary Kay at all. So with Mary Kay, I don't know much about it, but I think with Mary Kay, like, don't you have to sell a certain amount to be like an active representative or whatever? You don't have to do that here. But it's not expensive in my opinion. So it's very affordable because each shade is only $16. So like if you go into Ulta and you go to buy a foundation, like you're looking at, for the quality stuff, like the right side of the store, like where it's not the drugstore side, even the drugstore side is like 12 to 14 bucks. But even on the higher end stuff, it's like 40 bucks for like a bottle of foundation. So these are $16. They last a long time. There's only 11 ingredients. You can pop them out and pop them in like whenever you want to switch a shade or you want to add one. It's just 16 bucks. Pop it in your palette. It's all magnetized and it's really easy to kind of build little by little. So even if you're someone who's like, I really want to try this makeup but I'm kind of balling on a budget, I just recommend getting one of the small, like it's like $100. You can get the compact, the 4 main shades, and a brush, and it's like $107. And then you'll see, and then you can add like what you want or whatever. But other than that, if you just want to build it customized, $16. And so it's kind of, it works out that way because there's no requirement to buy a certain amount of product ever to anyone, artists, customers, whatever. So I always recommend trying it. I just love the makeup. I think it's so beautiful. And so many of my customers have expressed their, like, just when you look in the mirror, there's something different about, like, you just feel so much prettier. And I think that's because, number one, a lot of people don't know how to use makeup. And even not knowing how to use this makeup, the finish on your face just feels pretty. And it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel cakey. Even if you have mature skin, lines, wrinkles, textures, it's not going to, it's not going to settle in those lines and wrinkles because you just simply don't need that much. And so I teach you how to apply your makeup in a way that you use very, very little. You apply the shades where they go, and that's literally all you need. So I'm someone who is literally obsessed with teaching makeup in general because I feel like women should feel pretty. But so you can count on me to teach you those things. And then little things like this illuminator shade. Hold on, I have a random hair in it. Your illuminator shade, right? Take your brush, tap into this little, it's a really pretty like shimmery kind of glowy color. And you can just, where did I put that? I put it right here. And you can just kind of dust that on your cheeks if you want to add a little bit of glow. And it's just not cakey. Like it's not, when I first heard cream makeup, I was like, ew, okay, ew, gross, right? But with this makeup, it's cream, but it's not like wet. Does that make sense? It's like, it's very like, it's not wet. Like it's just a very pretty like cream. It's just cream. So this is one of the main ingredients is beeswax, which is really good for your skin. So if you're someone who has problematic skin, acne, or mature skin, get this makeup. It has 11 ingredients. One of them is beeswax. Go to the Google machine, type in how does beeswax like help your whatever, and it'll tell you. It'll say why beeswax is good for you. This color, like these colors look insane. Like you're like, I would never put that on my face. Girl, I said the same thing and here I am, so it's fine. You just have to trust me. I can't be out here slinging makeup that's like gonna make you look hideous, you guys. Like, consider me. Consider the source. By the way, speaking of consider the source, I have new merch that dropped. So new Freedom Barbie merch is out and it's amazing. Like the designs are really cool. They're getting much more fun and still with my like Mackenzie-isms, but it's just a fun way to kind of connect. So you have to go check out the merch. So if you want the link to the merch, just comment merch or whatever. I'll send you the link. Okay, so now I've basically done everything, right? My foundation, my contour, my concealer, my bronzer, everything's all in one palette. And you saw me use like 1 or 2 brushes. Like that's literally it, right? So now you can add the extras. You can add whatever you want. Let's add a little bit of setting powder, which I'm going to use the same brush that I applied my, what is this, the brightening highlight with. I'm going to press into my setting powder and I'm just going to do a little bit of tappies right here. So the setting powder, when I use the setting powder, I like to recommend just using it in like the T-zone. So you can set your makeup, control the oil, and just kind of provide a little bit of like a blurred finish a little bit. So see how it's nothing crazy? And you see how my makeup isn't caking. It's got a really beautiful glow. It's just gorgeous. Like, I'm telling you guys, I feel like I hate that I'm in sales because I feel like I say everything because it's like, you have to get this. But also when I'm wearing something cool and people are like, hey, where'd you get that? I'm like, oh my God, you have to get this. But seriously, get the freaking makeup. Yes, I earn a commission when you buy makeup, but I'm telling you, I won't steer you wrong. I want to continue to earn a commission, so I'm going to make sure you look freaking good. So anyways, you see how it just sits really pretty? Now, as far as the discoloration, so we're talking under eyes, which I am not a good representation of dark under eyes because I just don't have them, but I will show you a little bit about how color correcting can help with these demi shades, which I can match you to. So if you're someone who has discoloration under your eyes, which this weekend in LA, I was so tired. Like I was exhausted because it was a podcast. It was a studio. It was another studio. It was Spotify. It was dinners. It was meetings. It was talent managers. It was a live show. It was all of these things. And so I was swamped like all weekend. And so you could see the lines under my eyes, like the bags were like, it was so there. I just took a little bit of this orange color to knock out the blue that's in those shadows. And it's really neat. So for me, my personal problem area is right here, this line of melasma, which my makeup does a really good job covering pretty well, but I can still notice it. I'm having a bad hair day. My hair's just sticking up all willy-nilly. I can still notice it, and it makes me self-conscious. It makes my contour look a little bit dirty. This is where you can take a little bit of this, like a small brush like this, super teeny tiny, and let's take, hello? I'm going to take this red color, right? So melasma, those spots that are like tan, kind of like sunspots or whatever, those are actually green. So by taking a small brush and a small tippy tip amount like this of the red is going to cancel that green. I got to look in my mirror so I can see. So when you take this and just tap it on those areas, not like a concealer, just enough to cancel out. And you can see that's even a lot. And then pick up the excess. What it does is it solves only for the discoloration that you want it to solve for, right? See how it just disappears? So we're only solving for the darkness. Over here, for instance, this sunspot, age spot, this is green. So a little bit of this red is going to, even that is too much. It's going to solve for only that color. So you're not slathering a bunch of concealer where you don't need it to be. Right? So I'm just solving for only this area. Pick up any excess because you don't need that much. Now, on this particular age spot, because I know it so well because I'm always trying to cover it, see how it disappeared a little bit? But there's some areas like this one right here where the red didn't cancel out the green. And what that means is that it's not green, it's blue. So I'm going to use a little bit of the orange to cancel that blue area. Now, this is something that you don't have to learn. I can teach you. All you have to do is say this area, and I tell you, try this color. And then you start to see what works. So it's a little bit of trial and error, but it's a little bit of trial and error. See what I mean? Like teeny tiny bits, right? So I'm going to take this orange and cancel out. See how that orange knocked out the rest of it? And so now that whole age spot is gone. The melasma is gone. Like, you don't put on a whole lot. You're just canceling only the discoloration, like only solving for that particular one spot. If you have a pimple, I have these acne spots right here just because when I wear sunglasses, it gets really sweaty there and I break out there a little bit. These are, we would say, okay, that's red, right? For red, you would want to use green, but you notice there's no green in my palette because this isn't red, it's violet. So for violet, you actually need yellow. And this is something that I can help you figure out for your skin. You don't need to know all the color. Like, that's why they send the color wheel. They're like, you have to use the opposite color. But if we've been told our whole life that pimples are red when really they're violet, I don't know if you've ever noticed, like I have, but when you try to put green on a pimple thinking it's red and it just looks chalky, so it helps a little bit, right? That's because it's not actually red. If you have red cheeks, like if you say, oh, I have rosacea or I'm Irish like me and I have red cheeks, and you try to use the green and it just looks chalky, it's not green or it's not red, it's actually violet or pink like violet, and that's when the yellow comes in. So for little pimples like this where you see that pink, where we would say, oh, I have a red pimple, it's violet. So we would tap in. See how little I'm using? These will last you 700 years. So the demi color correctors are great. And so when you use a small brush like this and you pinpoint your pimple, see how it goes away? See, it's gone. Like, it's completely, it's gone. It wiped off the face of the planet. And it's really, really neat how you can just solve for those small areas and just kind of wipe them away. It is really, really cool. Same thing with your under eyes. A lot of people might take a concealer shade and freaking like just jam it all in these areas, right? But you notice when I do my concealer, I don't put that big triangle and cover it all here. I have lines. Look, see those lines? But you notice nothing's catching in them. I have no makeup in there. There's nothing like, there's no caking or creasing in those lines because I don't put brightening highlight there. But there's still coverage there because the makeup that I put on, my brightening highlight, it melts into your skin. And these are things that I can help with. So when you have dark under eyes, our first instinct is to take concealer and shove it in that area, which will sit in those lines and wrinkles, right? However, if you take a small brush and you take like, my blue under here is really, really light. If you have darker blue, you'd want to use it, which I can help with. What do I do until I find one? Is use Tarte putty on my nail and cover my pores. Yeah, you can do that too. Like, if it works for you, just make sure it doesn't crease or like cake or whatever. But I mean, I always say, so everybody says like, but do I have to switch all my makeup to Saint? Girl, hell no. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, if you love your concealer, don't switch it. The idea is just that everything's all in one. Like, you know what I mean? But if it ain't broke, don't freaking fix it. Like, I'm not going to be like, yes, get rid of your concealer and only try this. Like, yeah, powder under your eyes is typically a no. But by taking this orange color, where I typically have the blue, which is right here, and just tapping that there, I'll show you. See how it's just a very, very small amount? And then you pick up the excess. So what's left is only where it's discolored. Even then, I don't even have a lot of darkness, and look how much brighter that is. It's crazy. And so when you have dark under eyes and you're just solving for only the discoloration, you get a huge payoff without adding a shit ton of makeup to your face. Like, it just cancels out the discoloration, and it's really, really cool. Neato freaking Cheeto. And it's so cool just to be able to have a color corrector right there. So this yellow is for my pimples. This is for my sunspot and melasma. This is for where it's darker blue, where sometimes I really look tired. This is 01 that I use for my light, because 01 is like orange level 1. And the blue is like blue, like it's not super dark blue. So if you have darker blue, anything that's typically dark is usually going to be blue. And then you have to decide, is it also blue and green? Is it blue and red, which is violet? And so those are the things that you don't have to learn all that. That's something that I can help you learn. But I am knowledgeable about it, as you can tell, and I can help you. You just got to trust me. Yeah, you can, anything on the website you can buy independently. So if you I'll send you the link to just the brushes if you want to take a peek at them. They're all double-ended. They're high quality brushes. They're formulated for this makeup, and you will die. Like, you'll be like, oh my God, like, this is wild. Girl, you can text me for anything. Text me and ask me how my mom is doing. Like, a lot of people don't realize, they're like, I didn't want to bother you. And I'm like, please bother me. Like, this is my job. And you guys are the reason that I'm here. Like, you guys are the reason that I have a successful makeup biz, like slinging makeup. Like, you guys are the reason that I found my confidence, was because I learned that by sharing my knowledge and experience with makeup with others, I've learned that it's built my confidence. Like, it's helped me learn that I have a purpose. And so please count on me. Text me, like, be my friend. Cause to me, you guys are already my friend. Like, if you've ever gotten color matched by me, or if you've ever been in a text conversation with me, please speak up. Cause I'll be like, hey, how about the weather? Like, whatever it is. Like, I always try to have a conversation because I'm obsessed with you guys. So I'm literally obsessed with my customers. The dog is fine. We think it's an inner ear infection. So the vet is treating him with antibiotics. So we'll be bringing him home later today and treating him for that. And hopefully his symptoms subside. But he said it'll take about a week or so. So I think he'll be fine. I know, Sonia, it would have been amazing, but it's okay. Nail junkie. Hey, Tiffany. Oh my gosh. So my best friend Tiffany is here. I have a purpose. Yes, everybody has a purpose, and I want to help you find it. I found mine, and you guys, like, people started asking me about makeup, and I'm like, wait, I can help people? Oh my God. And I didn't know I was signing up to sling freaking makeup. I didn't want to join a damn pyramid scheme. But then I found out it wasn't a pyramid scheme. It was just cool freaking makeup. And then, well, here we are. But anyways, Tiffany, my best friend of almost 30 years, she makes custom press-ons, and she made some for the Dating Detectives, which I broke a couple on the plane getting my suitcase. That's a story, but it's fine. But look, this is one that she made. This is my logo for the date. If you've ever seen my podcast, if you've ever seen the cover, she painted this. I can't get it to focus. How do they do it? There we go. How do they do it in, like, YouTube? Anyway, she painted the girl. Anyways, she's amazing with custom nails, which, I got a new package from her today. I have another video I have to post. Oh my gosh. If you want custom press-ons, I went to the nail salon for 20 years, religiously every 2 weeks to get my nails done. And then one day I had a reaction to, not silicone, acetone, and my hands itched and I cried for like 2 weeks because I just could not find relief. And when I take Benadryl, you guys, I sleep for 5 days. Literally one Benadryl, I'm out for 5 days. Ask my husband, I cannot do Benadryl. And so they just kept giving me like steroids, and it was miserable. And so we went on a vacation to Myrtle Beach, and I was showing her like these nail stamps, and I was like, well, I'll try to use these. And it was so hideous, but we had fun with it. Whatever, best friends. Like, we were just playing with the nail stamps. And she looked at it and she's like, yeah, that's pretty bad. But she's never done anything to her nails, right? And then she went home, you guys, and she started playing with press-ons, started making press-ons, custom, sending them to me because she knew that I couldn't do the nail salon anymore. And wouldn't you know it, I was like, dude, you need to make more of these. And now she has a full-blown custom press-on business. Literally the most talented woman you will ever meet in your life. Like, I just threw on some all different, don't judge me. Let's go get pancakes. Congratulations. One of my daughters gets married in May. Oh, yay! Congratulations. I bet that's so exciting. Weddings are stressful, but I bet you're so excited. Anyway, so if you want to get a set of, like, literally brain dump your ideas to her, and she'll be like, hey, like, I got you. And then she'll send you a picture of what she's done, and you'll be like, no freaking way. My whole business started because I went on vacation with Mackenzie. See what I mean? Good things happen. Diddly squat pickin'. Oh my God, I love that. Nail Junkie 615, who just commented 2 above you. She's your girl. She has a website, but you can also, like, Tiffany, how much are your nails? Like $20 to $40, or it depends on the design and the length and the shape. But what she does is you tell her what you want. These are medium almond, and she sends you a sizing kit. And you can go to her website, and she has a bunch of pre-made designs, and there's a Mackenzie collection of all my favorites. Or you just tell her, I want this specific thing. You guys, she made nails with my husband's face on. I did not ask for that, but her and my husband thought it'd be funny. She made nails with my husband's face on them, like a picture that she printed and put it on and it had my husband, a collage of my husband's face. So funny. But anyways, she will send you a sizing kit, and you just send her the colors. And then see, $13, and then goes up from there. But there's no like, this is like what is this? Tiff Chrome, I think, like the chrome colors or whatever. And this is Dogfish, like on the podcast, like she can literally create anything. She sends you a glue, which is really, really good. I think it's the Markart brand. This is the kind that she sends you. But another one that I like is, I like the Red Aspen brand. If you've ever used the Red Aspen press-ons, they have a good one. And don't use a Kiss brand, but Olive and June, I think, are really good. Texas Ranger. Tiffany, write that down. You guys, I'm going to have Tiffany reach out to you if you're commenting so that you can get nails. But I'm telling you, it's amazing. Yeah, they have the tabs, but the tabs, they don't stay on very long. Like that's for if you want them for like a day or an evening or something. But mine will last like 2 weeks. Like and then if they pop off, you just, it's fine. But she'll send you like a file and a buffer and an alcohol wipe. So if you do it properly and like a nail pusher, like to push a cuticle pusher, I guess. If you use it properly, like you'll get the most wear out of your nails. But she'll teach you, like she sends instructions, like this is how you do it. It's really cool. Write down all these people. They say they want nails. Somebody said something about sports ball nails. What? Like somebody said pancakes. Pancakes nails. Texas Rangers, whatever that means. Is that sports ball? Anyway, so yeah, reach out to Tiffany. She will absolutely hook you up. Let's go get pancakes. That's a name. You guys, I'm so stupid. Okay, let's do some real quick eyeshadow. I'm going to do my brows first. This is if you're not using the Benefit brow products, like they are the absolute best. Texas Rangers is like a sports ball game, right? Baseball. Avocado toast nails. Don't play because she will do some freaking avocado toast nails. I swear it, I'm telling you. She will come up with some nonsense and you'll be like, what in the hell? Give me more of these. And you'll be like, you'll challenge her. Like she'll send you some nails and you'll be like, but can you cut them into the shape of a heart? And she'll be like, yeah, I can do that too. I'm telling you. It'll blow your freaking mind. Her nails are incredible. She's done so many designs for me. Like that's all I wear is the nail junkie. No, I take that back. I have some like Red Aspen ones and some other shades. Like if she's in between, like making nails for me. Hooded eye makeup. Thanks, Tiff. Yeah. So let's talk about hooded eyes. I want a breakfast set. I want a breakfast set. Oh my God. Because and Tiff, I make each other up but confused. That is our life. That is our friendship. 1,000%. And I'll have you know that like we both have like criminal justice degrees. Like she has a master's degree and we're both dumb as hell. Like it's fine. Neither one of us know what's going on at like any given time. Okay, let me do my brows real quick and we'll do some hooded eye tips. Hooded eye stuff. Also, you guys, get color match for this makeup. Yes, do breakfast. I want toast and pancakes. That would be so fun. Get color match for this makeup. Just comment match and I'll match you. And then we can text from there. Okay, so the Benefit brow stuff is literally, they're the best products. Like I just, once I started using them several years ago, I cannot go back. As a woman of a particular age, 46, I wonder about makeup settling my wrinkles. Cindy, what I was saying about the lines and wrinkles is that your makeup doesn't settle in your lines. See how, like, the makeup doesn't settle. It doesn't settle in the creases and the pores and the lines and all of that stuff. Ooh! Bachelor's, okay, we like it. Yes, you can be on the team. Thanks, Lisa Ann. I'll get you that color match form. So because this makeup is for mature skin specifically, and then I always say the younger you are, like it's fine, but it is for mature skin because First of all, there's no alcohol in it, right? So as we age, and this is just like a little science, and you don't have to learn this, but as we age, we start to lose hydration and moisture in our skin, right? This makeup has no alcohol in it. So it's not going to dry up on your skin. It's not going to evaporate, leaving you with just pigment like most liquid foundations do, which is how they look so flawless, because it goes, and then it just leaves you with this pigment, right? So anyways, this makeup sets hydrated on your skin all day. It doesn't set, it doesn't evaporate, it doesn't do any of that. It doesn't crease. I'm 59 and the makeup does not settle in my many lines and wrinkles. Thank you for saying that. It really doesn't. I'm telling you, it's wild. And not only that, but you just don't need very much. So there's just not enough product to be like caking and settling all willy-nilly. If there is someone who ever says this makeup is creasing or caking, it's usually because there's too much or they've used too light of a shade. And I know it sounds weird. You're like, wait, a shade? What does shade have to do with texture? And that is because when we apply makeup that's the wrong shade, we usually apply more of it, or we try to apply it differently to get the color and the look that we want. And so then it's too much. And if you have to apply too much to get the right shade, usually by shading up, it usually solves all the problems. And I've been doing this for 2 years. I match over 100 women a day. Like, I know my Saint makeup. So if anybody knows anything, like, you can count on me to like get you where you need to be. So definitely try it. There's only 11 ingredients. One of them is beeswax. Beeswax is really good for your skin anyways, not to mention the hydration and it helps the elasticity, just everything. Beeswax is amazing for your skin. Also, I would like to point out that as we age, we start to lose color in our skin, which, did you know that when you're 25, we start aging? When you turn 25, like, not obviously not on your birthday, but like at 25, we really start to age. Like, we go here and then we're starting to go down. And what's interesting is that we start to lose color when we start aging, and that starts as early as in our 20s, right? So as we lose color, we lose pigment, we start to get like this really sallow kind of look. And then we start to see all of the, the discolorations, which you can't see mine because I just used color corrector, but you know what I mean? So what's great about this makeup is because of the opacity of it versus like a liquid, you're going to get a more beautiful finish. And so even if you're not wearing a shit ton of makeup all over, you are going to get a beautiful finish, and it's going to look like you're wearing a lot of makeup, but really you're not. Like, you are not using that much makeup because it glows from underneath. It gives you that youthful appearance. And then on top of that, the added dimension, and then adding some bronzer to kind of take out that sallowness, like, before you know it, like, it really ages you backwards, and it's incredible. It's just amazing. Yes, the house is still standing. My husband did not burn down the house while I was gone. And it doesn't smell like farts. The boys were here by themselves, and it does not smell like farts. Hallelujah, praise the Lamb. I'm 58, and as soon as my husband would kill me, I'm going to try. You're the only one. To ever explain color correcting, I totally understood. Oh, good. I'm glad you understood it. But it's really hard. Like, color correcting can be difficult because Saint is like, oh, here's a color wheel. And you're like, okay, cool. Like, redness, color with green. Like, and then you're like, red, green. And then you're like, it's chalky. Why? Because this isn't green. It's actually, or this isn't red. It's actually violet. And so that's the whole thing, is that, like, you can't just give me a color wheel and be like, here, go nuts. Like, that's why I'm here as an artist, to teach you all the things. And it's like literally my favorite part is to connect with you guys. So please, please, please utilize my knowledge. I started using these techniques with my own makeup. Once I got comfortable, I ordered the Saint. I will never go back. Yay! Oh, happy birthday! Oh my gosh. Can you match with freckles? Yes, I was saying earlier, Lisa, there was a couple of my customers who have freckles, and I match the skin tone, right? So I'll match them to their proper skin tone. But a lot of times when there's a lot of freckles, that skin tone shade doesn't, like, it matches your skin tone, but then it makes your freckles look chalky. So usually I recommend adding a bronzer, and then when you add that bronzer all over, yes, it looks dark, but because it's not actually dark, because the opacity and the sheerness and all the things and the cream, and just trust me, it brings out the freckles, but doesn't make you look like a darker shade than you actually are. Do you know what I mean? So you can actually enhance your freckles, but if you want to hide your freckles, you can do that too, but don't hide your freckles. Freckles are so pretty, and so many of us wish we had freckles. Keep your shipping label and use that to help you know. Yeah, so when you get your shipping label, it's actually stickers and you can cut them out and put like Bella and Astoria and you can put your names on there. It's pretty cool. My mom was using her bronzer as a contour and I didn't understand why she looked so I love that. Some people actually use their bronzer as a contour. And listen, there's no rules in makeup. Do what makes you feel beautiful. Your confidence walks into a room before your makeup does. So if you feel great, girl, go off. But I think it's funny that some people really do use contour or bronzer as a contour and they just love it. And that's fine. Like, I ain't your mama. Do what you want. I actually put that on merch. I ain't your mama. Do what you want. Okay, so let's do a little bit of makeup. When you do we're already doing makeup. By the way, get a color match, comment match. I'll send you the stuff. Okay, for eyeshadow, start with your either setting powder or a light base color like chai. For me, it's chai. For you, depending on your skin tone, it might be something else. But if you start with that base color all over, it will take away it'll kind of like prime your lids. Like it'll take away the tackiness of your skin so that when you apply your eyeshadow, it'll give it a nice base to slide around on and not like stick to certain areas, making it tacky. Or like making it patchy. So start with a light base, whether that's your setting powder or a light neutral shade. Can you see if you can track me down? No, girl, stuff costs money. Okay, so I've applied a light shade all over my lid. Now I'm gonna build up my color. So let's see. I'm wearing like a lavender, so let's do a little bit of Lullaby. So Lullaby is like a mauve-y kind of brownish color. It looks really purple online, but I want to show you how I tip my brush to the side and pick it up on the edges. It's just on the edge there. And then what I like to do is come here in the crease. If you have a hooded eye, right? You open your eye, look, that color's gone, right? Bring it up to Jesus, girl. Bring it up to Jesus. Tap up higher and bring that shade up to Jesus. Okay? So you're basically just going to bring it up higher. If you have a hooded eye and the whole hood sits on top of that lid, that hood is your new lid, girl. Put the eyeshadow on it and just pretend like that's your lid and bring it up to Jesus. When you open your eye, you should be able to see that pigment. If it's not there and you don't want to go any higher, stop wearing eyeshadow. If you want to see it, don't be afraid and just bring it up higher. Because I tapped my color on the edge of my brush and not like all over the whole thing, it allows you to use your brush. See how I'm just putting that one shade right there? And so if you want to add more, fine, right? We ship in US and Canada right now, but by the end of the year, we should be in Australia and the UK. And then the beginning of next year, we should be in Mexico. So excited. But if you have a US address, then you can just ship it to that address. And some people use like a shipping service, but I don't know how that works. Like, I think they forward it for you. Okay. So when you're applying your shade, tap it just in one small area, kind of low. Open your eye. Nope. Can't see it. Bring it up a little bit higher. And you notice I'm not like really swirly whirling. Like I'm not pressing and like doing this with my brush. These bristles are barely touching my skin. And by bristles, I mean like 3 of them. So that's not eyeshadow. So like literally the edge of my brush, right? Tappy tap. And then little bit, just teeny tiny bits, right? So when you apply it there very, or even use a smaller brush, like you don't have to use a brush this big. And you can just like tap it. And then little by little, you tap that color up, bring it up to Jesus, little by little. See how you just bring it up? And I'm keeping it on the outer half of my lid, right? And lightly, not bending my bristles, just lightly sweeping, little bit of feathering. And you can really start to see how now that I have my eyes open, look, you can see all that color. Now that the pigment is off of my brush, right? I've transferred the pigment from my brush to my lid. Now I can use the brush to kind of come in and do a little blending, right? Because now I'm just kind of, I'm not applying pigment anywhere. I'm just kind of blending and softening that look. I'm telling you, Tosh, it's the, oh wait, Tosh, what was it? The purple with the, what was the other color you said that I forgot? Sorry. I usually use this is grape, but she told me to use another color with it and I forgot what color it was. Hold on. Okay, I'm up. Do Venus. Oh, you want Venus? Girl, done. Say no more. I got you Venus. Let's see. I have one of every shade. So if you guys need a swatch of anything, you want to see it upper closer, just tell me. Venus is a shimmer, and I have a label on here so I can, because I have them all. Here's Venus right here. So Venus is like a pale kind of purple. Bring it up to Jesus. Bring it up to the Lord. Okay. Venus is a shimmer. With shimmers, you can do this one or two ways, or whatever way you want. Maybe I don't know any other. I do it one or two ways. I use my finger and I swirly roll onto here and apply this on my lid with my finger. This is Venus, by the way. It's like a silvery kind of purple, but so pretty. Or I'll use a dense brush. So I'll do it on this eye with my finger. So see how I'm using my finger as a stamp and just tapping that color on there. I'm not pressing it and like rubbing it in. It's just real light, right? Like y'all some heavy-handed folks. Like y'all got to chill out. And you just kind of tap it, right? So if you can get the hang of just tapping and pressing like a stamp, see how light and pretty that is? Like super simple. So that's Lullaby with Venus. That's a good combo. I like it. I really like that. Okay. Now I'm going to use a brush. This is a dense dome end. This is the eyeshadow brush. It's the small end. You can also use something like there's a demi brush that's called the blur brush, and it has a bigger dome end. Go off, girl. Do whatever you want. I say start small just because I have smaller lids. If you have a bigger lid, you can use a bigger brush. The smaller the area, the smaller the brush, right? So I don't want this color to go all freaking over the place. So I'm just going to swirly roll into here, tap it off, right? And now I'm just going to press really lightly. Using a brush will give you a little bit of less pigment. Like it's not as pigmented as like the stamp. Jilly, you literally need all the things. Like I'm trying to tell you guys, like I hate being a salesperson because I'm like, you need everything, but you literally need everything. Like I hate it because I'm like, you need everything. And it's not like, yeah, I earn a commission, but literally like you need I'm not gonna say that. Like you need everything. But anyway, so using this brush and just kind of sweeping under the crease, even if you have a hooded eye. If you have a hooded eye, you still have a crease usually, right? Like there's usually a part where your eyeball goes back and then it creates like a crease. So even if that's the hood, just tap that on super lightly. Don't be crazy. Just really, really light. Oh, thanks for that, Nikki. You guys, Nikki's an artist too. She's an incredible artist. And she said, I like the blur brush for my eyelids because of my mature skin. It works great. So thank you, Nikki. I love hearing from like different age groups and like how it works for different people. And okay, so this is a Lullaby with Venus. I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I like this. This is pretty. I like it a lot. And you can see how it's not super heavy. It's not super crazy. Then what I like to do is I like to take my dense dome brush, swirly roll and drift. I use drift on literally every eye color or eyeshadow look. Also, did you guys know that you can use Klarna or like PayPal, the pay in for, to buy your Saint? I used I do not encourage anyone to like go into debt to buy makeup, but that's how I bought my artist kit when I first started, because I was like, I don't have $400, like whatever it was. I bought the big artist kit because I was like balls to the wall, whatever. But if you let's say you spend $100, right, and you want to use Klarna, it breaks it up. So like you pay $25 now, $20 in 2 weeks, $25 in June, $25 whatever, and then do the math on that. And it makes it really easy and affordable, but also don't go into debt to buy makeup, please. Okay, so I put this, so this is a champagne shimmer that's a little bit lighter than Venus, and I pop that right in my inner corners, right? And then just kind of like pull it up onto my lids. And look, you have this dark, like I know these colors look dark when you first put them on, and most people are like, oh, it's so dark. But look, it's actually not that dark. You leave it on the outer corner, bring it up to Jesus if you have a hooded eye, right? Use your fluffy brush just to tap and blend really lightly. A lot of people say, I can't do my eyeshadow like you because I end up getting a black eye. Stop it. Use a different brush. Like literally 2 bristles, like boop, boop, like barely touch your skin, and then use that to lightly, if you can get that light-handed touch, that's going to be a game changer. And see how pretty that is? And look, it doesn't look super dark. It doesn't look crazy. You can zhuzh this up. Like if you want to go formal and like you're like, I need drama, you can add a little bit of black to this or even a little bit of a dark chocolate brown and really add some more drama. Literally, you can do whatever you want. I recommend if you have mature skin and if you have a hooded eye and it's more like you have more wrinkled eyelids or they're like less tight, you can still use shimmer. You just want to use it low, like close to the lash line, close to the inner corner, and not a whole lot, but you can still do it. Do it. Oh my God. I would love to help with the wedding. Oh my God. I've missed my little mathematician rocket surgeon. Pretty girls don't math. Pretty girls don't math. But my husband he's a rocket magician. Okay, and the last thing that I really like to do, you guys, did I lie to you? Hold on. No, that's Lullaby. I thought I told you the wrong shade. I like to take a small dense end, or even actually one thing that I forgot. I keep forgetting about this brush. Take the etch brush. See how it has that small flat end? Come into whatever color you want. Like I don't use the darkest color, but this is the darkest color today, but I usually use like the lighter shade. And if you take this brush and come in between your lashes, just like this, it adds a little bit of drama under your lash line. And if you're someone who uses like the black eyeliner, because a lot of times, no offense or anything, but a lot of times when we use that black liner under here, it's usually a security blanket. If you know, you know. Because I used to be like that. Like I needed the black eyeliner on all the things. Try a shadow. And the reason I'm saying that is because it's a little softer and it's a little lighter. It'll still give you like that little security blanket that we all have something that's a security blanket for us, but it might give you like a different feel or a different look that you might really appreciate. And it can help you to look a little bit younger without that stark black line. So if you're someone who uses the black eyeliner, try this and see what you think. I'm really curious to know if anybody tries it. But by using that eyeshadow, it's not super dark, but you just kind of dust it in between your lashes. Like not bring it way down, but just in between your lashes, and I don't know, it just adds a little jazz that you might not have had before. It's fine. And then, what's next? Oh, mascara. I do a little mascara on the bottom. It's my preference. You don't have to, like, do whatever you want with your makeup, right? And you just add more drama. Like I said, you don't have to do this. This is totally my preference. Everybody has their own preference. But by kind of creating that really pretty drama, you'll see I'm not someone who likes a super dark lip. I like a very light lip because when I wear a dark lippy, I feel like a clown. I just don't like it. It's not my thing, whatever. So I'm someone who likes to play up the eyes instead. And so that's why you'll catch me with like more eyeshadow than lippies. But you can totally, they always say you have to pick one. No, you don't. Like do whatever you want. But like really do what makes you feel comfortable. Okay, so this is the grape that I used on my lips, and I want you to know that whenever you see a color, like if you get a color match, which by the way, to get a color match, comment match, I will send you the color match form. When you get a color match, right? If I send you a color that looks ridiculous, okay? I need you to be like, okay, this is Mackenzie sending this to me, not a psychopath. So like, I'm gonna trust her, and then if you go out on your own all willy-nilly, look, it's fine. But then you'll be like some of my customers who are like, I should have trusted you. I'm sorry. But I'm telling you, you will get a really good result if you just trust my color match. And then if it's wrong or you don't like something, fine. But the reason I say that is because there's, first of all, the shades online look a lot darker than they are. Like they're not that dark. But also there's a lip and cheek shade in particular. Holler it out if you know what I'm talking about. That a lot of people are terrified of. And it's because it looks black online, and that is this black cherry color. It literally looks black, but I want to show you that it is not black. And when you apply it really lightly, like these are sheer colors. This is that black, the black cherry color. You can even apply it to your cheeks and look. Look, I have to get more. That's the black cherry color right there. So I want to show you when I send you shades like this, I need you to be like, okay, trust the process. My Saint Artist is not a complete serial killer psychopath. And then when you blend this in, look how pretty this is. See how pretty and plummy? Do you have a video using Aspen for the red? Yeah, I do actually. And that's a good point too. If you are someone who has redness, like rosacea or red cheeks, usually that's violet, right? So usually you'd want to use a yellow. However, easy return policy, black cherries, right? If you have redness on your face, like those large areas like rosacea or cheeks or whatever, there is a contour shade that is called Aspen. Aspen is our lightest contour shade. It looks gray. It looks brown, depending on who you ask. It is dark and weird and crazy, right? If you take this shade, this has a green base, believe it or not. Cara Brooke, the founder of this makeup, is a freaking genius. Okay, she knows her stuff. There's so much color science that goes into this makeup, right? So a lot of it is color correcting. This particular contour shade has a green base. And when you dust it lightly over your redness, it cancels it out or very much mutes it, okay? So then you can go over and apply your makeup. Sometimes you can just wear it by itself and your redness is like way down. It's really, really interesting how that works. But if you trust me, I'm telling you, you'll be like, game changer. By the way, if you're not a member of my beauty group on Facebook, it's called Freedom in Beauty VIP. My customers there's like almost 11,000 women in there. Many of them are my customers, and they will tell you, trust her, trust the makeup, trust the Aspen, and they'll be honest. Like if there's something they don't like, they'll tell you that too. So if you are like on the fence about trying this makeup and you're like, she talks about this a lot, but I also know she's making money on it, so I'm kind of hesitant, just go talk to my customers. They will sell the makeup to you for me. Like I don't have to say anything because they'll tell you what works, what doesn't work, what they like, what they don't. And I too am someone who I'm not going to sell a product that I'm not crazy about. For instance, I don't care for the skincare. It's not my thing. I don't like that it doesn't suds up. Like it doesn't feel clean enough for me. But it is very, very gentle. So a lot of my customers with rosacea and problematic skin, they like the cleanser. They like the toner. For me personally, I love the Refresh Wipes. The Refresh Wipes have the skincare in them, but I don't feel like I'm just spraying like watery substance onto my skin, right? So when it comes to the skincare, if you are someone with rosacea or sensitive skin, go to my beauty group and make a post that says, hey, has anybody used the skincare? What can you tell me? And they will tell you like specifically what they like, what they don't like. But these Refresh Wipes have the skincare in them. The skincare is good. Like it's milk based, right? Milk means lactic acid, what do you call it? Naturally exfoliating. So like all the exfoliating that we don't do, it will naturally exfoliate for you, which is what's great about the lactic acid. Hydration, anti-aging properties, like the skincare is good, right? For that kind of stuff. And it's great for sensitive skin, the rosacea and stuff. I like the Refresh Wipes because it's like a makeup wipe, except it has the skincare in it. So I love the Refresh Wipes. It has the toner, the cleanser, the makeup remover, all the stuff in it, right? And then I love the cream. The cream also has the milk in it. So if you are someone who needs hydration, if you have oily skin, use the cream. If you have oily skin, usually it's because your skin is craving hydration. Use the cream. If you have super dry skin, hydrate. Use the cream. No matter what your skin type is, try at least the cream. And then I always say for lazy girls, try the Refresh Wipes because you can keep these. You can literally keep these by your bed and just take one out, wipe your face, and put the lid on, wipe your face, go back to bed. Like it's super easy, right? My point was that I will be completely transparent with you about what I like and what I don't like. I signed up to do this on accident. So I was like, I don't want to do sales ever because that's gross. So I know that sales are gross and I don't like it either. So if you're someone who's like, I don't know, it's a direct sales company. I know. Trust my skepticism. Okay. I'm just telling you. So anyways, get a free color match, comment match. I will match you to your custom shades. So like a foundation, a concealer, a contour, a bronzer, a lip, and whatever. You build your palette however you want. And then later on you can add more. You can do whatever. Add whatever brushes you want. Like literally whatever you want. I'm not your mama. Do whatever you want. I don't care. But once you do get a color match, it comes across on my text, right? So I send you the link. You submit your selfie, and then it comes to me and it says, hey, so-and-so wants to get a color match. And so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I look at your picture, I look at your shades, and I'm like, oh, I determine, based on my knowledge and experience with this makeup, the shades and what you need for your face. I send it over to you in a shopping list. You choose what you want, add it to your cart, build your palette however you want, check out, right? And then once you get your makeup and you try it and you have questions, you guys, once I color match you, you have my email, you have my text, you could get my address on the Google, like, I don't know what to tell you, like, you can reach me. So it's kind of cool that, like, I personally like the connection I have with my customers. So once you purchase makeup, it's not like, oh, like I don't know what I'm doing, so I just can't purchase this makeup. Please count on me to be your makeup buddy, because I know what it's like to not feel pretty. I know what it's like to just want to find a boost of confidence. I know what it's like to like not necessarily know what I'm doing and want to like have that experience. I know what it's like to watch influencers on YouTube and be like, gosh, if only I could get my makeup to look like hers. Gosh, if only. Allow me to be the person that says, gosh, if only. I got you, fam. You know what I mean? So please allow me to do that for you. I'm obsessed with this makeup. I'm obsessed with my customers. I'm obsessed with this job. I absolutely love it. And you will get nothing but the best customer service from me. Nothing but the best makeup concierge service. How do you say like concierge, but like make it a verb? Makeup customer service. I got you. And then one trick that I did want to show you, which is really, really cool. If you are someone who has texture under your eyes, or you have mature skin, or you are still wearing too much, like you can't find a way to like wear less, or you're struggling, try this trick. I like to use the Saint Settings. Lord Jesus. I just threw it. I like to use the Saint Setting Spray for this only because I like that it has aloe in it, and aloe is very hydrating, as we know, and it's just really, really good for your skin. And this is good bulletproofing. So, oh yay, I'm so excited. If you are noticing that there's too much or you're experiencing texture, take your beauty blender, or the Saint calls it the perfector sponge, right? Spray it on the sponge, right? So you have this wet, and then press this in here, here, here. So what's happening is you're setting your makeup, you're picking up extra product, right? And you are basically getting anything extra that's going to cake or crease, and you just get that in those areas where you have the most texture. For me, it's here. So I want to make sure I set here, and you can, and notice I've already done my setting powder and everything, right? Just press that in, press it in here, and your makeup will stay literally all day, and then you can spray your face with the rest of it, or you can use a different, whatever. So, do you ever post your eyeshadow tutorials? Yes, there's so many. I post them on my Instagram, my Facebook. I try to do a lot of eyeshadow tutorials because a lot of people are like, I don't know what colors to get. Like, I don't know what colors go together. And usually I'll put some like random bogus ass colors together, and I'm like, oh, that looks amazing. And everybody's like, what colors are those? So it's interesting how like you can find the craziest colors and they actually go together. So yes, I try to post a lot of eyeshadow tutorials, just if not for the like how to, it's just for the colors, like give you ideas for the colors to put together. But if you are new here or you haven't noticed, I am literally obsessed with this makeup. I love it. I think it's so gorgeous. I wore it when I went on stage at my live show on Thursday night. It is very good in lights. It's good on camera. So if you're someone who does a lot of Zooms or takes a lot of selfies, or if you don't and you just want to feel pretty, get the freaking makeup. Comment match. I will color match you. Do all the things. Look where I put that eyeshadow all over my hand. Anyway, so yeah, whatever questions you have, please don't hesitate to reach out. Text this number and just be like, girl, I need help. Help me. Or just text me and be like, hey, what was that again? Or something. So whether or not you're a customer, you can text me. Hey, Amanda. I used Lullaby, and then someone recommended Venus. So I used Lullaby, Venus, and then Always Drift in the inner corners. And I just think it turned out so pretty. And it's really nice. I love that with this makeup, I can still see my skin. Like, it's not cakey. You see what I mean? Like, it's just, you can still see my skin. I'm going to be 40 this year, and you can see the lines and the texture. But, like, I don't care because the dimension and all the things just feels really pretty. Hey, Kim Possible. Oh, my God, I'm a PR. I love Kim Possible. Love it. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me today. I'm gonna go get my son from school, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Please get a color match. And if you are someone also who is like, if you all like are someone who tells your friends about what you're wearing, or your friends are like, hey, what makeup are you wearing? And you refer them, let me know so I can give you a VIP link, because the VIP link will help you earn free makeup. So like if you say, if your friend's like, hey, where'd you get your makeup? And you're like, oh, from this girl, like here's a link for you. And they buy from your link, like it earns you free makeup. So please reach out to me for a VIP link so that you can also earn free makeup when you buy makeup. It's a whole big thing. Like and it helps my business too. So like, it's like, I'm not like, you refer me, I'm going to give you a VIP link, and then it helps my business. And then, we all help each other. So it's kind of cool, but definitely join my beauty group and you'll get more tutorials and such. So I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Monday. And thank you so much for everybody who supported the podcast this weekend. And I'm sorry that I wasn't here for 5 days, but I was in LA doing podcast stuff, and I really missed you guys. I was like, I gotta go back to my people. So anyways, I love you. Have a great day. Bye.